up, guys? I did a post on Instagram the other day, I think 2 days ago, and I was asking for questions for this Q&A that I'm doing right now. And the question with the most likes will get answered. I will answer them. So let's start, okay? Let's start. I got the questions here. And all right, let's go with this one here. By Regan Grimes. How does one go small? How you go small? There's a lot of behaviors that one can do that makes you go small. Too many sexual activity will make you go small. Not enough gym time will make you go small. Eating green vegetable only, vegan style will make you go small. You don't want to be small. You want to be huge. This is what you need to do to live a happy life. Be jacked. Good answer. Next. By Mickey 1969 NYC. What is the best piece of fitness and bodybuilding advice you've ever received, and why? How has that influenced your decisions, career? Well, the best bodybuilding advice that I've ever received was probably because, you know, everybody knows I had like drug addiction problem, and I guess now I know that my whole life, including bodybuilding, will improve progress as long as I'm staying on the right track. So if your life is out of control, your bodybuilding is going to be shit. So that's one advice that I learned, but I never kind of received it. I kind of learned it by myself. So to answer your question properly, advice that I received, it's a good question. Well, if I just look at my last bodybuilding season that I did, my comeback, Dorian Hamilton was saying that I should do Toronto instead of Vancouver. And I didn't think I was ready, but I trusted him, and I think it was a great outcome. So that's one advice that I received, and I listened. And basically, I think anything, if you have a good coach like Dorian, I pretty much, all the advice that he gives me, they're pretty good. So I hope that answers your questions, kind of. Next, Blake Henry White. And that's one thing that I noticed. I said, I'm gonna answer the questions, no choice, the one with the most likes, and two of the one with the most likes is gear question. That's funny. So this guy here, Blake Henry White, is asking, do you ever come off hormones entirely? Assuming you don't, which is only my assumption, what is your cruise dose of tests in between blasts? So I'm not going to talk about milligrams here. I'm just going to say that people come off or stay on TRT, I think, depending on their markers. So as long as your blood markers are healthy and they come back healthy after a show, you can do whatever you want. So you shouldn't take any advice that you read online. Oh, this is TRT level, I'm gonna do that, I should come off, I should do that. Nobody, even right now, listening to me, I'm just some guy on YouTube right now. Should you really put your health in some dudes on the video's hands because he's saying this and that? There's a lot of YouTubers, they talk about gear because it gives them a lot of views, but in reality, who the fuck are they? You know? So my advice to you is that if you're gonna play around with all that, make sure you do your blood work, and if your blood work comes out fine, you can do whatever you want. You understand? But if your enzymes are all messed up, maybe it's time to, get healthy and stop whatever you're doing. So maybe not the answer you wanted, but it's the answer I'm giving you. And another question, the one with the 38 likes, I think that's the one with the most likes. It's another gear question. When should you start using the secret sauce for bodybuilding? A good way to look at it is, if you would have a son or a daughter, when would you want her or him to start using gear? What age? Ooh, tricky, right? You're asking yourself, I don't know. Because if you think about somebody else, like that you really care, you're gonna be like, oh, you gotta be way more careful. But if it's you, sometimes you don't care as much. But you should. And I think the age to start using secret sauce, or the time, is, I think, as long as you know and you made research about the side effects, what you're risking. Like, really look into it and accept that and then acknowledge that. So in my head, I think when you're a young adult that, you know, that is research and understand that there's some risk involved in that and not be ignorant about it, do whatever you want. You know, and I think in Canada, it's not even illegal to have them. So it's a free world. Do what you want, but I just suggest that you should be old enough to make your own decisions, you know, and be like smart about it, and do whatever you want. Next, Buschan Befkin, who has bigger forearms, Frank or Flex? That's a good question. I think just hanging out like that, arms down, Flex forearms look bigger. But remember, he's like this tall, right? Sorry, Flex. And Frank is my height. So Frank, when he's just hanging out, you won't really notice his forearms until he goes like, boom. Then you're like, what the, you know? And with the tape measure, because Frank is taller, even though he might not look as big just hanging out, Frank has bigger measurement, I think. I don't know. I'm just assuming there. I never measured them side by side. Maybe you guys can correct me. Maybe you guys know. Oh, that's a funny question. By I got certified, Justin Trudeau, Donald Trump, Kanye West. You've got to kill one, fuck one, and marry one. What are you doing? I think I would fuck Justin Trudeau because he's the youngest and the most girly looking one. I would probably kill Kanye West just cause. And I would probably marry Donald Trump because he has a lot of money. And I would be the first lady. I would have power over the world a little bit. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I guess that would be it in your scenario there. Or I would just shoot myself. How's that? Okay, next. Patres Bodybuilding is asking, hey Antoine, what is the best advice on leg training for mass? Thanks a lot. You should check out my last video. Right here is a little ticket there, or a little clicky link thing. Click on it. And I just did my last video. I explained what I'm doing and for legs lately, and it's challenge sets, like heavy weight for as much reps as possible. And once you start getting pretty strong and you have good cardio, you can really push your leg training to the next level by doing something like that. Like I did 405 for 21 reps. You can do 225 for 50 reps. That's on squats. And you can load the leg press and try to get 30 reps, do rest pause, keep going. Just high volume, high rep to failure will get you freaky legs. And I measured them yesterday, just sitting down. They were 30 inches, my thighs, and they were 28 not too long ago, actually. So when I just started doing my crazy leg training like that, like when I was 20-year-old, and I gained some size on my legs. Go try that. Iron Tapa 23. Who is the best Canadian bodybuilder of all time? Good question. I think if you go with pro show wins, Fouad Abiad has the best placings. And who else won a pro show? Um, I think Ben won. I think, and I think, or did he get second to the Arnold or something? Ben Pakulski. So he has good, like Ben and Fouad are the most kind of like famous and like most high placing ones. But lately, Ian Valliere won a pro show, and Regan did second at the New York Pro. He had like top threes last year as an open guy, so he has good placings. I came fourth, so I'm getting up there. Chris Bumstead is classic, so I don't know if that counts. Seriously. What else? Paul Dillette back in the day was a big name. I don't know. I think the best Canadian bodybuilder of all time. Yeah, what does that mean? Like the placings? I think Fouad would win. You know, if you look at the past. But as far as the future, who's going to be the best Canadian bodybuilder, you think? Wink, wink. All right. Ironman 992 is asking if you could only do 3 exercises per body part, what would they be? Or your 3 favorite exercises per body part? So, machine curls, one-arm preacher curls, hammer curls, tricep push down, dip machine, close grip presses for shoulders, dumbbell press or front raise for the front delt, side lateral for the side, and I like the swings like that for the rear delts. For back, deadlift, some type of row, I guess dumbbell row or barbell row, and I kind of like the pump feel of the cable pullover sometimes. And a chest, I would do incline barbell, that machine with the pads, like cylinder pads like that. You do more musculars. I like this one. And there's another cool machine at Good Life Upper James in Hamilton. It's like a press, but you open up like that. Oh, I'm sore. I did it yesterday. I really like that one too. And for legs, squats, leg curls, leg press, and for calves, I like toe presses for calves, and shin raise, and seated. And what else is there for the muscles? Abs, I don't really like them, but I do them. It's hanging leg raise. I like rope crunches also for that. And that's it. For arms, I don't do forearms lately. Captain of Crotch Grippers, I like those, I guess. And a good one would be like the little ropey thing that you do with the thing that goes up, you know. I think we did all the muscles there, muscle groups. I think so. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question. Jared Dresch is asking, now that weed is legal in Canada, tell us how much you'd be smoking. Well, I wasn't smoking before. Even when I was partying, I wasn't smoking. I didn't really like the feeling. I didn't want to be mellow. I wanted to be like that. And so now that it's legal, I guess back in the day when I was using drugs, I would have probably tried smoking again just because it's legal. Like, why not? You know, like, it must be good. The government's making it. And but now I'm staying away from all psychoactive drugs because that's part of my recovery right now. For today, that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm back and on track, is because I got all my brain is working well, and so I won't be smoking any weed anytime soon. But I'm using this CBD oil thing. It's like a non-psychoactive, but you get some benefits like anti-inflammation, and it's supposed to make you sleep better. There's a lot of cool things about it. I use it every day. So yeah, and yeah, but I think weed being legal is a good thing. Like, people going in jail for weed, especially in the US, there's people in jail like in the US for possession of weed for no, like they shouldn't be in jail. They're like, because you have this plant in your pocket, or you have a break of a plant, you know, a pound of weed or something, they lock you up. The government takes you, locks you up in a cage for years at a time. That's crazy in my head. It's like, let the guy be stoned. Who gives a shit? Seriously, it's not like people who smoke weed are violent people. They're just like paranoid a little bit, or they're lazy people, or they wonder about the universe and things like that. So whatever. I'm glad it's legal, because people shouldn't be going in jail for that. That's stupid. And because in my head, if weed was illegal, alcohol should be more illegal, because alcohol kills way more people. People on alcohol are jerks. They're violent. There's domestic violence. There's crimes. There's fights in the clubs on beer and alcohol, all that stuff. So it didn't make any sense. So I'm glad in Canada we're like, you know what? Let's try it out. Let's make it legal. See what happens. And I'm pretty sure nothing bad is gonna come from it. You know, it's funny because I was driving on the road and I saw a sign. It said like, "Don't drive high." Ne pas conduire gelé in French, with the little weed leaf with the little keys on it instead of the wine cup with the keys, you know, for the logo. Don't drink and drive. So I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, it's part of the country now, the society, I guess. Weed is legal here. So I think that's a step forward, for real. Even though, like, for myself, I'm not gonna use drugs, but for people who are normal, yeah, for people who are normal, they can smoke weed, you know, good for them. If it makes them feel relaxed at night after a long day of work, I don't really care. I have friends who use it for sleep, and they like it a lot for sleep. But I don't know, I wouldn't risk me taking it, because what if I take it and then I'm like, I don't want to feel this, I want to feel something else, and then I start like being crazy again and just like, goodbye. I just start running in the street, yeah, find a dealer, and just like lose track of time, lose track of my path, lose track of family, lose track of love, lose track of God, lose track of bodybuilding, but find evil. So I'd rather stay on track and not smoke weed. But that's just me. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A, and I'll do more of those in the future. I got a really, you know, good next setup here. I'm gonna start doing some couch talks, real talks, share emotions, and I'm gonna do a podcast format of those too. I'm gonna have a video for YouTube, and I got a audio. I'll show you what I got here. I got this thing here. Looks like a taser, but it's actually an audio recorder. So I'll plug that to the microphone I have there. I'll be able to have like really good quality audio when I do videos like that. I'll be talking in this, I guess. I'll be talking like that, and you'll have better audio when it's just Q&As, couch talks, and things of the sort. And I'll be able to take that audio and put it on SoundCloud, and eventually maybe on the real podcast stuff for your iPhones and stuff like that. So yeah, cool projects, and thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and stuff, and thanks for supporting me. If you have any requests or whatever, just comment below. I always read the comments and stuff and try to reply to some of them. So thank you very much. See ya. Time to go train.